Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Be Yourself. This is Dr. Rajni Sharma and today I will be discussing about the discovery of antibodies. So in the series of immunology, we already have given a brief introduction about the immunology, about the innate and acquired immunity, and we have somewhat discussed also about the complement system. But before that, we must know what actually the antibody is, because the activation of complement system is well regulated by the binding of antibody on the surface of pathogens. So let us see how we come to know that actually there is existing any antibody like structure is there. Though I have already given a brief introduction about the discovery of antibodies in the introduction section itself, but here I will discuss it in the details. So we all know that in the B cells, the antibody are expressed on its cell surface and it remain circulating in the blood. This antibody will remain circulating in the blood until unless it will not interact it with any antigens. When it will interact with any antigens, it will regulate the immunological system to take the antigens out of the cells. So how it come to know? We come to know that actually the antibody is present in the blood. So actually it was first what it was done, blood from the patient was taken out and centrifuged. So we know that when we centrifuge any of these particles or anything, they got deposited as on the basis of their density. So the blood platelets and the blood cells which are heavier than the plasma got settled down at the bottom of the centrifugation tube. After that, when plasma was removed, this was the blood and the plasma, two layers was observed, and after centrifugation, the red blood cells, leukocytes and platelets were at the bottom of the centrifugation tube, while the upper part were consisting of the plasma. The plasma basically consisting of fibrin and other proteins. So you know that in the blood it also contains the clotting factor also. So other proteins will also be included in the plasma. Now on again centrifuging the plasma, what it was we have got the serum. Now serum actually contain the antibodies. How it was concluded? It was concluded by an experiment conducted by A. Thessalus and E. A. Kabat in 1939. What he did, he has immunized rabbit with the ova albumin isolated from the goat. So we know that there is a large difference in the rabbit and goat species. So the ova albumin from the goat will be treated as antigens for the rabbit. So rabbit has start producing antibody. So this was all the mechanism which we know now. But on that time when it was not known, after immunization of rabbit with the ova albumin, they have isolated the serum from the rabbit as described in the previous slide, and they have divided the serum into two different aliquot or two different ways. In the sample 1, in sample A, they have performed the electrophoresis of serum as it is, but in the second electrophoresis well, what they did, they have inoculated this serum with the ova albumin. So what will happen when albumin will be inoculated in the serum? There will be some antibody which will bind with the ova albumin, and because of that precipitation will be seen. So what they did in the second one, in the B1, they have isolated the precipitated form of the ova albumin along with the antibodies. And now when the electrophoresis was done, what they found one band was missing in the case of B aliquot. So to analyze what exactly it is containing, they have tried to analyze this with the help of absorbance of these respective bands and on the basis of their migration distance. So they found the last band which was absent in the case of B was termed as the gamma band. So the first band was representing the ova albumin, Actually, after the precipitation of the ovoalbumin, they re-inoculated the ovoalbumin in the serum, but after that they have not observed any precipitation. That's why in the second aliquot also they have got the similar peak of the ovoalbumin. Then they have the same peak, the second peak, that as it is representing the migrating distance. The second peak is that of, they have named it as alpha, beta, and finally the gamma. So alpha and beta was present in both the cases, but the gamma was absent. So they've concluded that gamma is a particle which is binding with the, or which is recognizing this ovoalbumin as of one particle, which nowadays we know that that is the antibodies. So was how the antibody was discovered. Now, after the discovery of antibodies, there is a requirement to understand the structure of the antibodies. So these were all about the discovery of the antibodies. In the next class, I will be discussing about the deduction of the antibody structure, or to analyze the antibody structure in the next class. So don't forget to subscribe and share my channel. Till then, goodbye.